Michael Porter and I have just released an article on creating shared value, a new way of thinking about the interdependence between business and society. Shared value is really a different way of thinking about one's business. It is about the policies and practices that simultaneously create economic value for the company and social value for society.
I see creating shared value as really creating sustainable business models.
And for us, it's very important because we look at it from a sustainability of our business long term.
Over time, we realized that the traditional approach to philanthropy wasn't enough, and I think like many other companies, we wanted to associate ourselves with a social cause that was aligned with our business.
The new paradigm today is really about looking at the opportunity to, as we just talked about, to move towards shared value, to find a very tight alignment between your business assets and societal need, and bring that together in new ways.
The three ways that companies can create shared value are first, redefining products and markets. And so finding new products that help solve social problems, or reaching new, often underserved and very poor populations, the bottom of the pyramid, as it's often called, with services and ways of delivering services that can help improve their lives.
One of the things that companies can do is look within their company and really understand what are the kind of candidates they have for shared value. What are the things that the company is doing? Because this isn't about philanthropy. This is about business propositions that meet society's needs in a responsible way.
The second category is redefining productivity in the value chain. You know, we're used to thinking about buying commodities on the open market. We're not used to thinking about who are the farmers that actually grew the agricultural products. We think about redefining productivity in the value chain as incorporating the social and environmental consequences of our actions into our value chain.
How do we look at both where the business can add value to social issues, but also how that can, over the long term, bring benefit back to the business? We've seen that in terms of building closer relationships with governments around the world, in terms of building credibility with communities, that they view that we are there for the long term, that we are truly committed, that we just are not there for a transaction, for a photo opportunity.
The third way of creating shared value is about enabling and strengthening local industry clusters. No business operates in isolation. The success of any business and its competitiveness depends on the related and supporting businesses around it, depends on the infrastructure, depends on the transparency of the markets in which it operates. These are all things companies can impact. And when they do, they strengthen the cluster, they improve the communities in which they operate, and they improve their competitive positioning.
The first thing I did as I came into this role was put together a list of what are the candidates for breakthrough. And I've come up with about 40 different candidates within the company.
We invested a year in internal and external research, speaking with experts, speaking with our customers, to try to find those things that would matter most to our customers at each stage of the life cycle and to each customer set, as well as other stakeholders like our agents and our employees.
You need to align your strategy for creating shared value to your business strategy. It's very important that it not be separate from, but integrated with, and also looking at your core competencies as a company. So Cisco is a technology company. What role can technology play in addressing educational needs, healthcare needs, economic development, or crisis relief and response?
And then set goals around these things. I think that's one of the key things, is you have to have the corporate leadership has to get behind this. You've got to set corporate goals. You've got to make this a part of the inner being of each of the employees.
Having your CEO not just bought in, but having that CEO actually driving this, because that's going to make the difference.
I think that shared value is becoming a competitive necessity. It is no longer optional. We see the leading companies developing new products, entering new markets, changing their value chain, investing in their communities in ways that are strengthening their competitive position. This is not something that is on the fringe. Leading companies like GE, like Dow, like IBM are leading practitioners of creating shared value, and they are benefiting from it, and their shareholders are benefiting from it, as well as the communities in which they operate.